Throughout this tournament, the people of Earth have been disrespected, abused, underestimated, and now you mess with their family. Yeah, you are going to bleed, and you are going to bleed a lot. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and this is Do a Powerbomb. If you're lost in the sauce, go check out my Do a Powerbomb playlist, then come back and watch this one. Now, let us begin with a brief flashback from Maggie, one of the two duos of the most hated wrestlers in this whole tournament. We see what she lost. We see what she's wrestling for. We see her pain. But still, that doesn't mean you have to be a fucking bitch. I mean, Cobra-san, the nicest wrestler in this whole series, in my opinion, wanted a full-on, no-rules cage match. And he was going to get it. Because in all honesty, Necro-Ton thought it would be fun. Maggie wasn't even shook. She said, alright, I want this thing to end in blood. So, let's get it one last time. Preparations were done. Steel was honestly contemplating her life because she knew this is going to hurt, will it not? Her father said, yup, this will hurt like a bitch, but we still have to do it. This is for our family. Are you game? She said, of course I'm game. They weren't just wrestling just to revive their mother in this one. Nah. They were wrestling to cause pain. Of all the people they have wrestled so far, you guys deserve it more. And they charged in hard. But there were no rules in this match, so people could interrupt. Theo must have known this because she went for the partner. Nobody interrupts this fight. Get over here. Shorty picked up a baseball bat and down with barbed wire, and she was about to lay waste to this woman's skull. But her partner said, nah, you do not touch her. Like a missile, he carried her away, and Maggie picked up the bat and gave her what she deserved. But Cobra-san was not going to watch his girl suffer no more. Nah, he crashed into both of them, screaming, get up. Get up, I'm not done with you. But homeboy must have not realized this was no rules wrestling. His enemies went for his family jewels. They were not letting up. They went together. They even brought the table and said, yeah, you put him there. Let me crash into him and shatter his bones. They meant it. Luna was on the ladder first, so she came down heavy. As soon as her father got this prick off of him, using all of his strength, he pinned him to the table as Luna came crashing down. Oof, that had to hurt. They shattered the table. But the match wasn't done. Maggie wanted Cobra-san. Using her chain like Ghost Rider, she brought him to the ring and knocked Luna out quickly. Her partner must have seen the opportunity because he picked up a bag of nails and a steel chair and he went to work. When he was done, he tossed all the nails on the floor and used the wall of Jericho on top of the goddamn nails. Jesus Christ. Luna saw this and almost lost her mind. She ran into the ring and Maggie thought she could fight Luna. Luna said, nah. You need to learn something. And because of this, I'm going to wreck your world. Boom. Supported by the chains on her wrist, she knocked Maggie out clean. Went for her partner. She tried to pick her dad up, but her dad said, nah. I need my own revenge. Set up the chairs. And she did. And boy, did he use it. He picked up this prick and suplexed him into the chairs. He should be dead. But I guess he wasn't. The count began. And honestly, he shook it up. So they wanted to smack him back down into the chairs again. But this time he said, nah, I'm taking your mask off. Now, for those of you who are confused, first of all, you're never meant to do that to a luchador. And second of all, he was trying to hide his face from his kid. He was the one who killed his wife by mistake. And he didn't want Luna to hate him too. But there was no saving this. His face was out there. And she saw it and froze. Dad? He didn't, and sadly, neither did Maggie, because she came in hard and smacked Luna, knocking her out. The match was done. They pinned her father down and made him watch as the match ended. There was no bringing their mother back, and now we find out the truth. Maggie and her partner were never lovers. They were two people who lost two different people. They were here to bring back each person they lost. And they knew just to do that, one of them had to die. So, immediately the match was over. They said, all right, let's get this over with. Maggie and Frank got ready, and the battle began. While these guys were fighting to the death, we see a brief flashback into the life of Cobra-san. His life was a wreck. After the match with his wife, he didn't just lose his wife, he lost his brother, or rather his brother-in-law. And he could not even look at his child's face because she looked too much like her mother. He remembered the day they met. His match was glorious. I mean, he did a move most people thought were impossible. From a platform, he jumped. And you would think he was trying to slam this brother, but nah. He transitioned into a DDT. And he planted his skull into the ground. Jesus Christ, he was glorious. And she thought so as well. She was so lively, so honest. He couldn't help but fall for this girl. I mean, it was so odd. One night they were strangers, and the next they low-key fell in love. And now he was watching his daughter die while these two battled in the background. Worst of all, while she was getting treated, they crashed into him. He said, "What the fuck? Haven't you taken enough from me? Come here." Picked up Frank and planted his skull into the ground again. "Leave my family alone." And he walked off, went to check on his kid, while these two just kept on fighting. They fought so hard, they didn't even realize they were killing each other. He didn't give a damn about that though. His only care was his daughter, but she was okay, or at least she was alive. And she was concerned, "Why didn't you never tell me?" He wanted to explain himself, but he got interrupted by Necroton. I'm gonna need you guys back in the rings. Those two guys just literally just ended each other. So yep, you're the winner by default. They were excited. Oh my God, we get to bring back your mother. It was a good day until it was actually time to bring her back. And Necroton started acting weird. He left the room, giving them time to talk. This secret her father kept from her has kept them apart for so long. It was really hard to just have a conversation. She wanted to take the mask off, but he really wasn't ready. Even then, she still supported him. "I'm here for you, bro. I love you, Dad." And he said, "I love you too." When Necroton returned, they found out the hard truth, the wicked truth. He was a necromancer, yes, he was all powerful, but all of that magic seemed to have dissipated over the years. Cobra-san was on him like Flash. "What do you mean? This battle, we fought for you, we bled for you, and now you're telling us you lied?" Necroton told him, "Stop right there. Hey man, who do you think you're touching? I may not be able to bring life, but I could surely end one. Don't fuck with me, bro." You would think he was about to kill them, but he said, "Nah, I'm a man of my word. I made you a promise, so I found another solution. I may not be all powerful, but I know someone who is. You have one more match, people, and this time you're wrestling God." They were confused. "A god?" He said, Nah. You're wrestling God himself." I told you earlier, most super powerful beings are bored. And well, God has the same hobbies as me. He loves wrestling. Welcome to the big leagues, kid. If you want your wife back, you have to defeat God. And God was prepared. Honestly, he was excited. Come forth, both of you versus one of me, for the life of your mother. Now, shall we begin?